Welcome to FEMA's Tribal Recovery Video Series, Step 3, FEMA Disaster Assistance Primary Programs. We will discuss the administrative requirements for public assistance, individual assistance, and the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. I'm here with Brandy. Hiya, Brandy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, Brandy, why do tribes care about these types of programs?
Tribal leaderships need to understand how these programs can support the recovery from an event. The damage assessments gives the tribal leadership a better idea of what the programs they may be eligible for and what to request in a disaster declaration.
Can you provide an example of how your tribe has experienced implementing one of these programs?
Our tribes have worked with the state and counties and the feds with flooding, wildfire, and our COVID-19 pandemic. We have been reimbursed for eligible costs through the pandemic, vaccines, clinics, staffing resources to backfill. We've also supported our surrounding counties implementing shelter operations. We've helped with sandbagging during flooding and many more. We train on these programs so that we are informed to make the right decisions for our tribe.
So, Brandy, can you describe the three primary programs for FEMA disaster assistance?
The three programs for FEMA disaster assistance are the public assistance, individual assistance, and then the hazard mitigation program. There are many other assistance programs too that we work through with the counties. We've got MOUs through Red Cross and some other non-governmental communities as well.
Keep in mind that this assistance is for addressing two types of declarations: emergency declarations and major disaster declarations. If you recall from Video 1, Disaster Overview, emergency declarations may supplement tribal government efforts in providing emergency services, such as protection of lives, property, public health and safety, or to lessen or avert the threat of catastrophe in any part of the United States. And a major disaster declaration may provide a wide range of federal assistance programs for individuals and public infrastructure, including funds for both emergency and permanent work. Federal assistance may be available for uninsured or underinsured needs, or when insurance benefits are significantly delayed. When tribal leadership makes the decision to work directly with FEMA to administer FEMA programs, it's imperative that you have functions and staff in place to administer these programs. Staff to support a disaster can include an emergency manager, financial staff, public works, tribal historic preservation officer, and others. Disaster declarations can fund permanent repairs to damaged infrastructure, provide low-interest loans and grants to people, and offset future damage through mitigation. There are three FEMA assistance programs available to request. The first is individual assistance. FEMA provides assistance directly to individuals. It's designed to provide basic support and a safe, secure, and habitable place to live while tribal members chart their recovery. Individual assistance may also include crisis counseling, disaster case management, disaster unemployment assistance, and disaster legal services. The sequence of delivery. Disaster relief agencies and organizations provide assistance to survivors in a specific order called the sequence of delivery. This is intended to prevent the duplication of benefits, maximize available resources, and coordinate the efforts to help survivors navigate the recovery process. FEMA is only one piece of the disaster recovery puzzle. The first rule of emergency management is that all disasters are inherently local, and as such, local governments and voluntary organizations are the first responders and care providers after disasters. Voluntary agencies provide immediate assistance, usually frequently faith-based, and vary by local affiliation. Mass care, such as sheltering, distribution of supplies, donations management, feeding, support to pets, is typically provided by the government, voluntary and private sector organizations. FEMA's role is to support the coordination and provision of these services as requested by the tribe or state. Insurance. Personal insurance must be exhausted before a survivor can be considered for FEMA assistance. However, assistance may be available for uninsured or underinsured needs, or when insurance benefits are significantly delayed. For more information, visit FEMA.gov and search Individual Assistance. The second program is public assistance. This program provides reimbursement funding for eligible emergency protective measures and repair of tribal-owned facilities damaged in disasters. Typical projects include debris removal, emergency protective measures, damaged roads, bridges, public buildings, utilities, and parks. For more information, visit FEMA.gov and search Public Assistance. The third program is the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program. This is mitigation funding to reduce the damage to life and property. To be eligible, you need to have an approved mitigation plan. FEMA may provide funding to write and update your plan. It's important to note that an approved mitigation plan is also required for public assistance permanent work. For more information, visit FEMA.gov and search Hazard Mitigation. So Brandy, how does FEMA implement these types of programs for tribes?
FEMA only fills in the gaps. So FEMA implements programs designed to ensure that individuals and communities maximize the assistance from the federal government without duplication.
What does the duplication of benefits help resolve?
It's to maximize the available resources and coordinate effort to help disaster survivors navigate the recovery process. FEMA and the tribal government will work together to ensure there is no duplication of benefits. FEMA cannot provide financial assistance when any other source, such as insurance, has provided assistance for the same disaster need.
For more information, visit FEMA.gov and search Duplication of Benefits. Understanding the individual assistance, public assistance, and hazard mitigation grant program is essential to determine which programs may support a tribe's recovery. Tribal leadership determines which programs to request assistance from. If a tribe is requesting assistance independently of the state, the chief executive submits a request to the president through a FEMA regional administrator within 30 days of the end of the incident. That's it on Step 3. The next video takes us to Step 4, where we review disaster declarations and the first 30 days. For more information on the disaster declaration process, check out the FEMA Tribal Declarations Pilot Guidance on FEMA.gov. If you have questions, you can always reach out to your regional FEMA Tribal Liaison.